Yes, indeed. Hi, everyone. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining the 2022 Mid-Atlantic Teaching Artist Retreat, Virtual Artist Retreat. My name is Sheila Dean Ross, and I work with the Delaware Division of the Arts. So today's workshop, as you see, is Yoga to Awaken the Artist Within, and that will be led by Reverend Denise Burriss. The session will be recorded and later shared, so please turn off your video if you do not want to be recorded. So this workshop, I don't want to repeat too much of what you can already read, but I guess just little yoga practices that can help us. I think Reverend Denise is going to talk a little bit about the origin, and then just how to do yoga. I don't know if we're going to do chair yoga or what we're going to do, Reverend Denise, but she's going to let us know. She's a certified wellness instructor. She's a minister of health and wellness and the founder of Serenity Yoga. And I know that you all can read her bio, and please do at your leisure. I would like for you to all not forget to consider applying for the 2022 Mid-Atlantic Innovative and Creative Award that will support your work and could make your ideas a reality if you win. So without further ado, especially since we're short on time, please welcome Reverend Denise Burriss.
Hi, everyone, and welcome. I'm so excited to be here. And let me just say this, there's some of us, and depending on what area you're in, you're probably right in the middle of a storm. And so let me, in the chat, our production manager is posting in the chat, and I'll go ahead and share that with you. What we want to have, if you have a mat, that's wonderful. It is lightning so bad. I'm not going to encourage a lot of movement. This is one of those unusual things, but and I'm not trying to get a sponsorship, or maybe we could. These are 2 IKEA pillows. They're just some square pillows, but you want to have them one on either side. And if you're only working with one pillow, we'll just switch from the one from the other. So if you're like me, I'm a visual learner. So first, let me just say thank you to this wonderful dynamic team for allowing me to be here and share my love and my passion. I've been teaching yoga since I was 19, and if you can see the gray hair, it's been a while. So it's like in the 70s, actually. So I'm going to just quickly go ahead and share my screen with you for 2 hot little minutes, because there we go. And I don't need to share the sound, but I'll just click share real quick. This is my website. So if you get a chance to go to the website, Serenity with Denise, I believe our production manager is posting that link in the website as well. And I'm just going to move it down here because it's to say thank you one more time. And we're going to go right into yoga to awaken the artist within. So what does that really mean? That means that we are focusing on how blessed we are. I'm going to quote, I just saw this on Facebook the other day, seriously. I'm going to quote Denzel Washington. And he posted this question: what will you do with this great and wonderful gift, this God-given gift? You will divine it. You will divinely, he said divine it. He said you will divinely cultivate this gift, this talent that you have, and then you're going to share it. And so that just takes me right into the yamas and the niyamas. Yoga is a philosophy of a lifestyle of breathing and creating inner space and inner peace. And it's something that we do on and off the mat. And so I'm going to just read as we get our blankets together, as we get our pillows nearby. This gentle yoga that we're practicing, what it does, it helps the body to get out of that stress mode, and it releases tension. It brings calm to the nervous system, and it allows us to gain a clear thinking and restores an overall sense of balance in the body, in the mind, and in the soul. And so when we're connecting those 3, the mind, body, and spirit, we're going to experience some mind-body connection today. And you're going to, I pray, it's my hope that you will find a sense of relaxation. But just very quickly from this book, light on yoga that you see on your screen. The word yoga is derived from the Sanskrit, that's from India. It's a root word meaning to bind, to join, and to attach and to yoke, and to direct and concentrate one's attention to use and apply. And so it's the yoking of all the powers of body, mind, and soul to God. It means disciplining and the intellect, the mind, and the emotion. And it's also connecting the will of man with the will of God. So I'm just gonna leave it right there. It gives us a sense of belief, I guess is what we can say. So here's a fun thing that I received recently. My friends, this is yoga. This is Rosa Parks practicing yoga in Chicago in 1973. Now, in 1972, I graduated from high school, and my first year was introduced to yoga. And here we are, Rosa Parks practicing. If you can see my mouth, that is not an easy pose, my friends. You have to go through, that's the reverse of the boat pose, but and here we are with the yamas and the niyamas. And it's that gentle yoga. And here's something that I think is very breathtaking. This is Eartha Kitt. Now, this I've seen for a while. This is her on vacation in the 60s. And trust me, this is a reverse downward dog. OMG. You got to really practice to get there. So kind words are like honey. They are sweet to the soul and they are healthy for the body. Share your kindness with the world. That's the whole purpose of the practice of yoga on and off the mat. And it's our breath and movement that connects us to nourishing all areas of the body. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And I'm going to ask if our friend, our yoga production manager, can start with the practice of our music. And I'm going to sit here now. There is a question that I think I'd like to pose to everyone. If you're going to be practicing with your chair, put a heart emoji so we can see that. I'd like to give you some guidance on how to do that. And if you're on your chair, we can just come and sit very comfortably, and we're going to eventually go right over to the mat. So let's start with the breathing and bring the arms all the way up overhead. And take your hands all the way out, and we'll come right here into prayer pose and set our intention for kindness, for love, for joy, for inner peace, and most especially for the protection. So take your hands down to the side and inhale, bring your arms all the way up overhead one more time. And this is my left hand, take your left hand and just press it here. No energy in this right arm that's up in the ceiling. All of the energy right now is here in these fingers. Stay here for a breath. I'm going to be using these straight arms for a while. And come back down, cross the hand, the body, the arm over the body, look to your right. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Come back over to center and look in the opposite direction. And take that hand down, shrug the shoulders up. And you might be sitting on your mat doing this, and I'm going to join you in just 2 seconds. Inhale, raise both arms up one more time. And lower the hands down, and let's take this. Now, this is my left hand going across my body. And we're going to just take this left arm up in the air. Again, the right fingers are holding this left arm up in the air. Breathe here and relax. And relaxation actually starts in the mind. So when we give our mind permission to give the muscles in the body permission to relax, that's where the relaxation starts. And lower the hand and take this arm across the body. Now, with the fingers going out to the right, we're going to look over to our left shoulder. Breathe here and relax. And take your gaze over to the right. And come back to center. Inhale, bring the arms out. Circle around and bring your hands back into prayer pose. I'm going to transition down to the mat with you. I'm going to make sure I can see everyone in gallery here. There we go. And I see that a lot of you, I don't see you on screen, so I'm going to just take a minute, pause, make sure that we're in these postures together. So let's come down. If you're already sitting, I'm going to join you on the mat in a seated position. And what's really comfortable is bringing the soles of your feet together. That's one way of just posturing yourself onto the mat. Here's another way. If you're comfortable with crossing the ankles over, go ahead and do that. On the other hand, I like to take care of the knees. And this is where you can incorporate one pillow under this knee and then the other pillow under the other knee, being real careful to just bring your hands into prayer pose. Now we're going to extend the right leg down and we're going to keep the left knee bent. I'm going to take these pillows off to the side for just a second. And if this left knee is bent, we're going to take this right arm over. We're going to lean our body over to the left in the direction of that bent knee. A little twisting here. And we're working that side oblique. Inhale, come back to center. Bring both of the soles of your feet together and extend the left leg. And hands down. Inhale, bring that straight arm over, bend your right elbow and lean into that direction of that bent knee. Breathing here and relax. And pushing up, coming back to center and bring your hands back into prayer pose. Extend both legs down, stretch, reach out, and then we're going to bend our knees and we're going to come onto all fours. I've got my yoga mats in different directions so that I can have a good view and be there with you. So let's come over to our all fours for just a moment. We're going to push ourselves up into our first downward facing dog. Get the toes together and come up into your downward facing dog. And I forgot to ask if this is anyone's first time practicing yoga. And if this is your first time, go ahead and step over to the computer, click on and just put that little heart in there and we'll take a look. And Miss Jasmine, our production manager, you'll let me know if this is a first time for anyone. I always like to be careful about that. So because I don't know where we are, bend your knees and let's just walk to the top of your mat. Come up on your fingertips, walk to the top of your mat. Place your hands right here. I'm going to angle myself. Place your hands right here at your ankles and slide your hands up just below the knee. Look forward. This is what we call a flat back. Breathe and relax and lower back down. Stay here for a minute. Catch your breath. Do I see a heart? No, I don't think I do. Okay. And let's bend the knees and begin to bring ourselves up to a standing position. We're almost in chair. Those are those straight arms again. Take the hands out to the side and sweep your hands into prayer pose. Down to the side for your mountain pose. So here, we're just going to step into our warrior two. How about that? I want you to take your left leg forward. This is my left leg. Take the right leg behind you. And keep both knees straight. Now, here's something I want you to keep in mind about going into these different poses. It's about aligning the different joints, like the second toe is going at an angle because you're going this way, but you're aligning that second toe to this knee, to this hip, to this shoulder, whereas this foot is out in that direction. Does that make sense? So with both legs bent, inhale, breathe, take the arms out, bend your left knee, take the arms straight overhead. And here we are in warrior two. Well, it's almost like a warrior one, warrior two. Take the hands down to warrior two. Breathe here and relax. Now let's do something kind of fun. We're going to straighten that knee. We're going to go into a triangle. Bend your shoulders forward. Reach forward with your left hand, keeping the arms nice and straight. Keep the shoulders open. We're going to slightly start turning and leaning down. Your left fingers on the inside of that ankle and stay right here, just below your knee. And if you want to add a layer to this, we can take the fingers down just a little bit. But right here, bend your knee as you come back into your warrior two position. Look to your left. I see a lot of water outside, you guys. And let's do a peaceful warrior. Turn your left palm up to the ceiling. Breathe in, relax. Take that arm up into the sky. Rest the right hand down along the side of the body. Breathe. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. And as you bend your left elbow, open your shoulders. Let's take this elbow now, the forearm, down to that top part of that bent knee area. Inhale here, exhale, breathe and relax. Inhale again, bring that right arm straight up in the air. Breathe here and relax. I'm always going to tell you to breathe. Focus on your breathing. And on your exhale, turn. Now we're going to frame the foot and turn, pivot that back foot behind you. We're going to go into a nice low lunge, look forward. Relax your eyebrows. And let's step back into our downward facing dogs. Literally step into it. Breathe here and feel comfortable. Take a couple more breaths. Drop your gaze all the way back behind you. Bend your knees and look forward. And let's just start walking again to the top of the mat. And this time we're going to bring our fingertips to our ankles. Slide up here for your halfway lift. And lower back down, drop your gaze. And then we're going to walk our hands literally to come to a standing position. Head comes up last. Right here, we're just going to focus on finding our mountain pose. It's our standing nice and straight. And we're going to place your hands on your hips and step that right leg one more time, back into your warrior one. Drop the hands right here, bend that knee just a little bit. Now all the toes are going in the same direction. And inhale, lift your arms straight up in the air, warrior one arms. And as you lower both hands, I want you to bring that right arm across the shoulders like you have that bow and arrow, but we're not shooting the arrow. We're protecting our heart from those shooting arrows. Look back to your right. Who's got your back, right? Warrior position. Look to your left. Now we're going to turn that left palm up to the sky, and we're going to take that arm up into the air one more time. Breathe here. Inhale and relax. And we're going to do this a second time, leaning down into this. Bringing the right arm straight overhead. And cartwheeling again, we're going to come right here. Now stay right here because we're going to do something really interesting. Inhale, bring your right foot back up. And inhale, lift, halfway lift. Lower back down, drop your gaze. This time, bend your knees, take the arms straight out like you're in a chair. This is almost chair position, but inhale, bring the arms all the way up, over, and sweeping into your prayer pose and down to the side for your mountain pose. And just step towards the center of your mat. And what we're going to do is go into what we call a wide-legged forward fold. Just take your feet about a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Toes are going in the same direction. Place your hands on your waist. Look up to the ceiling where the ceiling and the wall are meeting. Open your heart. Find the love. Inhale here. Exhale, begin to lower and look straight down. This is a wide-legged flat back right here. Just pause right here. Now take your fingers all the way down to the mat. Bend your knees so that you can heel toe your ankles a little bit farther down. Drop your gaze all the way back behind you. Rest here and relax. And since we worked on the left side of the body, inhale, you can stay right here if you want to take this another level or another layer. As you're looking to your left, inhale and take your left arm up in the air. This is a nice internal twist. It's an internal cleansing of our organs. I call it the physical smoothie. And bring that hand back down. Come up on your fingertips for a wide-legged halfway lift. And lower the hands back down, look to your right. And inhale, take your right arm up in the air, nice gentle cleansing. Exhale, come back to center. Now bend your knees and heel toe your toes and your ankles back into center. Up on your fingertips, right hand on your right waist, left hand on your left waist. Inhale, come back to a standing position. Awesome. Now from here, we can just turn this right foot on the heel to face in the right direction, to the right of us. Bend your knee and look, we're finding ourselves right here in that warrior position. Inhale, bring the arms up and lower down into warrior two, just like that. We can do this from getting up from the desk. Now straighten that bent knee and send those fingers out to the side, hinging at your waist, and begin to lower the right hand down. Keep the arms nice and straight. Stay right here. Don't bend down too far. Funny thing happens when it gets cloudy. You feel it in your body, but if you can, bring the fingers down. If not, you stay right where you were. It takes a minute to get to that. Now, inhale as you bend your knee. You're going to come back into your warrior two. Take a look over to your right fingertips. Reverse the warrior. Turn your palm up to the ceiling. Inhale, bring that right arm up in the air. Breathe here and relax. Left hand is along the side of the body. And exhale as you bend that elbow, lean. As you're leaning on the top part of that quadricep, open the shoulders, okay? Inhale, bring that left arm straight up in the air. We're gonna pivot into a low lunge. So I want you to pivot the back foot as you take this arm in front of you, frame the foot and lower down and make that adjustment with your toe. Sink the hips down, look forward. Stay here for a breath. Inhale, relax. Exhale, let's step back into our downward facing dog. Breathe here, gentle. Sometimes it's very relaxing to come into a child's pose. Come down on your knees if this is good for you. And stretch the arms all the way out. Take your palms out and take the forehead to the mat. And on your inhale, come up to all fours, step back up into your downward facing dog. Press your shoulders back towards the knees. Just pedal a little bit, bend your right knee, look to your left. And straighten that leg, bend your left knee, look to your right. Yeah, a little bit of pedaling. Opens up those muscles in the back. And with both legs straight, bend your knees and look forward. And again, let's just start stepping to the top of our mat. Beautiful. Bring your fingers right here on the inside of your ankles. Slide your fingers just below the knee, look forward. Now, in this posture right here, why do we do this? Well, first, I was taught, imagine someone is serving tea on your back or coffee. But imagine also, this is my little take, imagine we're at the spa and we've got two people working with us. Someone is helping to extend the shoulders forward, and someone else is helping us to send those back muscles back. You're elongating the spine and the muscles that are wrapped around it. Just like that. Lower the fingers back down, bend your knees, and we're going to take the arms straight up in front of us and come up to a standing position. Exhale, take your arms out to the side and bring your hands into prayer pose and down to the side for your mountain pose. So again, at the top of your mat, all of your weight on your right leg. Let's step the left leg back into your warrior one, hands straight down. So now all toes going in the same direction. Have your hands right here beside you. Inhale, bring those arms up into warrior one. And as you lean forward, bring both arms to parallel the floor. Pivot that back foot as you take this hand across the back, and you're right here in your warrior two again. And you're looking back behind you. Who has my back? My friends, my selected friends, our selected friends, right? And now take your gaze over to your right, your middle finger. You're in your warrior one, in your warrior two. Now, these toes are in alignment with this knee and this hip and this shoulder. These toes are going in the same direction as this knee, okay? Let's reverse our warrior. Turn your palm up to the ceiling. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Bring that right arm up into the sky. Now look up to the hills from which cometh my help. And relaxing that hand along the side. And on your exhale, lean down in with that bent elbow right here on that top part. And bring that left arm straight up. And we're going to pivot again, okay? So we're going to pivot the back foot, and we're going to bring this right arm straight down. Go into that low lunge. Breathe here and relax. And we're going to come back into our downward facing dog. Now, some of us go into plank. Some of us will go into our child's pose, but I want to take you to a plank for just a moment. Step back into your plank, lower the body, straighten, and take everything down right here. Toes, relax the toes, come up on your elbows, right here on your elbows. Why on our elbows? Because this, my friends, is called baby cobra. And another teacher years ago told me, if we do this one thing right here, don't strain the back, relax all of your muscles, look forward, close your eyes for just a moment. And she told me, I was about maybe 21. And she said, if we do this at least twice a week, maybe 3 times a week, we're guaranteed to have strength in our back, no problems with the muscles in the hips, because the spinal cord communicates with the muscles by way of the fascia. We'll talk about that later. So right here is your gift. Now we're going to lower down and bring your hands to your pectoral muscles right below that elbow, that shoulder. And we're going to come up on all fours and take yourself back into child's pose right here. It brings us to that opposite strengthening of the back. Beautiful. And as you're coming up on all fours, let's just find our way down to the mat into a nice, comfortable seated position, and get your pillows nearby. We're going to be incorporating the pillows very soon. And to go to our back, what I'd like to do is a little bit of what we call Navasana. It's another way to get ready for sitting up on the sit bones, finding a nice flat back again. Yeah, but this is a way we're going to work the core muscles. So we're going to parallel your arms to the floor, sitting up on your sit bones. Inhale here. On your exhale, begin to lower back just a couple of inches. Pinky is right there at the toe, at the knee. Stay right here. Inhale, come up, extend your right leg, extend your left leg, and take the arms straight up. We're going to do this one knee at a time. As you begin to lower the arms, bend your right knee, bend your left knee, and begin to lower. Keep your back nice and straight. Stay about right here, pinky on top of the knee. Feel the core. Extend the legs, extend the arms as you come back up. Inhale here, and if you can bend both knees, awesome. I'm bending one knee at a time to protect the knee. And now let's go all the way down to the floor. Beautiful, awesome. Stay here for just a breath. Comes down to the mat. Close your eyes. Settle in for just a minute. Grab hold of those pillows nearby. Breathing and relaxing. On your inhale, keep your left knee bent. Bring your right knee to your shoulder. Interlace your fingers behind your knee And notice, this is your body awareness. Notice how the back body sinks into the mat. And with your left knee bent, notice how you're able to bring that right knee a little bit closer to the shoulder. And on your exhale, let's extend that leg straight up into the air. This is leg up a wall, one leg at a time. Take your hands down to the mat, or you can continue to hold on, but don't interlace your fingers too tight. Relax here. Turn your palms up if you can. And what this is doing, my friends, is slowing down the heart rate, lowering our blood pressure. It's increasing oxygen to the brain, and it's increasing our blood circulation. Just this one leg. Turn your palms down. Inhale, bring your right knee to your chest. Exhale, take that right foot down to the mat. And inhale, bring your left knee to your left shoulder. Interlace the fingers behind the knee nice and softly, and keep your right knee bent. Breathe here and relax. Exhale, extend that left leg up into the air, leg up a wall. You can hold on to the fingers very lightly for support. Sink the lower back into the body. Or you can take your hands down to the mat, palms up. Inhale, bring this knee back to your chest and take that foot down. And let's do something that I believe is going to give us an aha moment. I hope you'll agree with me. Both feet are on the mat, both knees are bent. Inhale, bring your right knee to your chest. Interlace your fingers behind your right knee again. And on your exhale, extend your left leg straight down. I hope that was your aha moment. Yeah. Now from here, get your pillow right next to the left side of you. Take your left hand across the body. And we're going to take this right knee over across the body to our left and let it rest right there on the pillow. Keep your shoulders on the mat and relax your arms, about like an airplane. Close your eyes. Take your gaze over to your right. Breathe and relax and just go into that breathing. I'll lower this so I can see a little bit better. Breathing here and relaxing. And as we come out of this, you're going to walk your foot down to the mat, your right foot, and walk yourself back to center. Bend both knees. Feet on the mat. Breathe and relax. Inhale, bring your left knee to your shoulder. Interlace the fingers behind you. Right knee is bent, foot on the mat. Inhale here, breathe and relax. Exhale, extend your right leg straight down. Another aha moment, I hope. Sink your shoulders into the mat. Adjust your pillow to the right side of you. We're going to take the right hand across the body. Hold on to the outside of that left knee. Release that hand, and let's take this knee over to the right. Left knee over to the right. And you're landing on your pillow. Breathe and relax. And find a comfortable place for your arms. Here's what I do. You can bring your hands into a T. You can rest your right arm on the pillow on the right. Bend your left elbow. and place your hand right there on the waist. And put a little bend in your right knee on the floor. This is all about self-care and self-love. With your gaze slightly over to the left. Breathe in through the nose. Full breath out through the nose. On your inhale, release that knee and place that left foot on the mat and begin to walk yourself back to neutral. And if you need to lift up and lower down, we can take these pillows off to the side for just a moment. We'll come back to them in just a second. But here we're going to imagine, if you will, and this is real important for you to follow me. Keep your eyes closed for just a second and find your hands at the edge of the mat. That helps you to get your center. And as you bend your elbows, keep the elbows on the mat. Bring your two peace sign fingers and just relax the elbows out to the side a little bit. Place your two peace sign fingers right here on those two hip bones, those front hip bones. Those are called your as-is bones. And walk your feet, if you can, just a ½ inch a little closer to the back of your hamstrings. So follow me, if you will, in your mind's eye, relaxing. And when you do this, you're going to notice that the lower back is really sinking into the mat. You're not going to lift anything off the mat. But in your mind's eye, I want you to send your tailbone up towards your knees. Yeah. And sink your elbows and your navel, your belly button, down to the spine. Now, without lifting anything off the mat, two as-is bones, imagine that your navel is like a magnet. Everything is being drawn into the center. This is the area of focus of our core. And when you do that, you're really focusing on internalizing a nice way of strengthening the back and strengthening the core. So now take your hands down to the mat, step a little bit closer to the back of your hamstrings, hands down on the mat. We're going to lift the hips off the mat in a second or two. But as you're sinking your back down into the mat, send your tailbone up towards the knees. And now, with your mind, tell all of your muscles to totally relax. Yeah. It's that control and that discipline. And on the inhale, begin to lift the hips off the mat. Take another gentle step back and inhale, lift the hips off the mat. Keep your shoulders and your neck on the mat. This is a half bridge. It's helping to strengthen. Now, if you want to do this with me, keep your elbows on the mat. Take your fingers right here to the top of your quadriceps. These are the muscles that are really being engaged. This is awesome. But relax your gluteus maximus muscles. Inhale, lift a little bit more. Exhale, lower, starting at the very base of your neck, one vertebrae at a time. Bring your hips down to the mat. And when you land, extend your left leg, extend your right leg, turn the palms up to the ceiling. Inhale here, breathe, exhale, relax. And I'm going to ask you to go with me with this, with your eyes closed. It can be very relaxing as you relax the eyebrows and relax the cheekbones. Turn your palms back down. Inhale, bend your right knee. Exhale, inhale, bend your left knee. We're going to go into that half bridge one more time. And breathing and relaxing. Inhale, lift the hips off the mat. If you want to step towards your back again, come back, lifting, forming that nice straight line. Breathe down into the soles of your feet, breathing and relaxing. Inhale here, exhale, lower from the base of your neck, one vertebrae at a time, touching the hips down. Extend your right leg, extend your left leg, lift your head lower, turn the palms up to the ceiling and relax. Now here is where we're going to do something kind of fun. We're going to breathe and relax, bend your knees. Bring your pillows to the very base of your ankles. Stack your pillows if you can. I'm going to try to encourage you to do this without coming off the mat. Just extend the legs, lift your knees and place them on the pillows. Turn the palms up for just a couple of breaths. Turn your palms up. Relax your eyebrows. Relax your cheekbones. Bring the two corners of your mouth up towards your cheekbones. Gives you a reason to smile. Inhale through the nose and send your exhaling breath down along the back body. Relax your chest, your tummy, your elbows and your fingers. Relax all the muscles we use today. Send that relaxation to the soles of your feet. If it's more comfortable to bend your knees, do that. But let's bring our knees to our chest now. Bring a little movement to your fingers, a little movement to your toes. And bring your knees over to the right side, fetal position. Come all the way into this fetal position. Cup your hands under your ear. Extend your top leg. Place your hand in front of the tummy area on the mat. And use your hand to help you to come up to a nice, comfortable seated position. And let's come into a position where we can greet one another. I think I see something in the chat, Miss Jasmine. There's something that we say as we lower the volume of the music. When we bring our hands into prayer pose and find that comfortable seated position. It could be the soles of the feet together. It could be the legs straight, extended straight out. Bring your hands into prayer pose. Let's get ourselves acclimated. We've been all around the mat and all around the room. Bring your hands into prayer pose. And when we say namaste to each other, what we're saying is, and I learned this from the people, my friends from India, we're saying, the God in me honors the God in you. So when you bring your hands into prayer pose and we bow to each other, we bow to the teachers in all of us and the artists in all of us, and we say namaste. And come back up. The God in me honors the God in you. Thank you so much for allowing me to share my passion of what I love with yoga with you today. I'm so grateful. And I'm going to turn this back over to Miss Sheila. Thank you very much.
I almost don't want to talk and ruin the moment. Thank you so much, Reverend Denise.
Thank you very much.
Through that. And thank you everyone for attending today's session.
Thank
I
you.
hope that you had some great takeaways of yoga techniques and movements that you're able to put into practice. And perhaps Reverend Denise has encouraged someone to actually begin a practice and doing something new.
Miss Sheila, they can join me at serenitywithdenise.com.
Sure. Is that, did you put that in the chat?
Yes, I think Miss Jasmine did.
Okay.
Thank you again.
Everyone look into the chat. Before we end, we'd like to take a moment to hear from you about how this workshop resonated with you. Our producer is going to do a quick Zoom poll. If you all would be so kind as to fill it out. Feedback is essential for growth and improvement.
Thank you.
We're going to give you 2 minutes to sort of unwind out and participate in the survey.
This has been a wonderful experience for me as well, Miss Sheila and Miss Jasmine. I want to thank everyone on this committee for this wonderful opportunity. And the other sessions were very, very, oh my God, they're so creative.
Can we give everyone just another minute to complete the survey before we move to our closing session? We want to be respectful of everyone's time. So while you're finishing off your final surveys, I just wanted to say that the 2022 Mid-Atlantic Teaching Artists Virtual Retreat is a co-sponsored project of the Mid-Atlantic State Arts Agencies in partnership with the National Endowment for the Arts and the National Assembly of State Arts Agencies. And we are grateful for the generous support of all of these collaborators and grateful for your participation today. Thank you, and we look forward to seeing you for the closing session of this retreat. And again, if you have an opportunity to finish the survey, it's helpful to us and for future planning. And again, thank Reverend Denise for teaching us in yoga techniques that I'm sure we can all put into practice. We have the next session coming up, which is our closing activity. Thank you so much.
Do we stay here for the closing session or do we go to the next link?
The next session will be our closing activity.
Oh, okay.
So this is the last session of the day. Actually, this is the last time slot session of the retreat.
Okay. Thank you.
Nice way to close. Thank you.
Thank you.